Welcome to the unusual, unordinary Un-Gala, brought to you by Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Our mission is to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships that ignite the power and promise of youth. We believe in defending potential, and if there's one thing we want you to take away from tonight, it's that all children have potential. They just need someone to defend it. That's what we do. We work with youth across Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties and match them with a big that acts as a mentor, a role model, an advocate, and a friend. Tonight, you'll see the impact of mentoring and why it's worth investing in. It is our hope that you'll join us on this mission. Mentoring benefits all of us. These children are the future of our communities, and with strong mentors and advocates, these kids will grow into leaders and community members that we can count on. They will grow into more confident, and caring adults, and have the potential to change the world. We served a record-breaking 400 children in 2019 and quickly adapted our focus to keep kids connected as we entered this pandemic in early 2020. The mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters is more important than ever, as our children need every support system possible to build resiliency and help them grow to their full potential. Whether you join us as a big, purchase a basket, make a donation, or share this program with friends, you can help us build a better future. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we welcome you to the show.
Hello and welcome to the unusual, unordinary, Un-Gala benefiting Big Brothers and Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. I'm your host for this evening, Jan McInturf, and we've got some awesome things lined up to share with you tonight. So I'd like to get our program started. As you heard in the intro, Big Brothers Big Sisters is doing essential work to keep kids connected during these unprecedented times. This organization creates life-changing matches that ignite potential for children in our community throughout Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties. It is my honor to advocate for this mission and support the work they are all doing. This annual gala is a vital part of ensuring Big Brothers and Big Sisters can continue to make and support these matches. So we offer our thanks to you for joining us this evening. Before we really dive into the heart of our program, we wanted to start with a brief introduction to all the individuals that work behind the scenes to make this event possible. Typically, you'd see these individuals in person at the gala as they work together to make for a successful and exciting evening. However, they have worked just as hard to make tonight happen. So let's take a moment to recognize them and all they do for Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Thank you for tuning in. We miss seeing all of you in person, but we really wanted to recognize all the people that worked hard behind the scenes to make this virtual Un-Gala happen this year. So hats off to them, and I'd like to introduce them now.
All right, it's time to get into the real mission moments. If you're unfamiliar with the work of Big Brothers Big Sisters, this is the time to really tune in. We've got 2 incredible matches that we'll be featuring as they share their stories and the impact their matches have had on their lives. Before we meet these 2 matches, the Big Brothers Big Sisters team connected with a handful of their littles to see how they've been affected by their matches. This is such a great overview of how the mission plays out into real outcomes. Let's see what makes these littles step forward.
So we are going to get into a couple deeper interviews here later in the program, but first, before we do that, we wanted to ask some questions to some of our school-based littles, just what kind of impact their big has had on them. So that's what you're about to see now. We pulled a couple kids from our school-based program, there's 6 of them total, and just asked what kind of impact their match has had on them. And so we were really encouraged by these results and are excited to share that with you now. Step forward if your grades have improved since meeting your big. Step forward if you have tried something new since meeting your big. Step forward if you feel better about yourself since meeting your big. Step forward if you have better relationships with others since meeting your big. Step forward if your attitude has improved since meeting your big. Step forward if you feel that you make better decisions since meeting your big. Step forward if you look forward to spending time with your big. Step forward if you think your relationship with your big is important.
Watching those kids step forward, it's clear how the work of Big Brothers Big Sisters has made an impact on their lives. Each kid is different, and each match works on different goals. I think it's awesome to see how a match can help a child academically, socially, mentally, and emotionally. Now it's time to hear from one of the organization's community-based matches. It is my honor to introduce Big Sister Courtney and Little Sister Hannah. Let's turn it over to them as they share their experience and how their match has changed them both.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm 30 and I live in Dover.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm 17 and I live in New Philadelphia.
We have actually been matched since 2017. I originally heard about Big Brothers Big Sisters from the wonderful staff there in the office, and the girls just kind of kept talking to me about it and saying, hey, we have a lot of really great girls that need matches. Come on in and let us do an interview. So I finally just decided to pull the trigger one day and went in, did the interview process, and it's actually been one of the best decisions that I ever made.
I was kind of nervous too and excited because I didn't really know if I would find someone who had like the same personality as me or who would have like the same interests. But after I got matched and I met Courtney, me and her, we're like the same person. We have a lot of the same things in common, and I'm really happy about that.
I have been thinking about my favorite memories with Hannah for a while, and it's really hard to pick just one. We have so much fun together and we do so many crazy fun things. But I think my favorite memory was the first time that she was able to stay overnight.
We made a whole bunch of cookies, and then we made this one big, huge cookie, and that was like so much fun.
And Hannah told me she was going to eat all of them that night.
And then I brought home like 2 bags full of cookies.
That was fun.
That was really fun. Before I met her, I was so shy, so insecure, and I wouldn't really talk to anyone. But ever since me and her got matched, I've opened up a lot more and have started expressing myself a lot more than I have like 3 years ago. I really love having her as a big.
I wasn't sure what to expect being a big, and I wasn't sure if I was going to teach Hannah or if Hannah was going to teach me. And I 100% believe that Hannah has taught me so much. So as a big, I've learned understanding, I've learned how to be more kind. I always thought I was like a kind person, but I definitely learned how to be more kind. I learned how to listen better. Hannah is a wonderful communicator, and being able to just listen to her has been a process.
I'd like to try more new things, more exciting things that I've never done before to come out of my shell.
One thing that I would love to do with Hannah that we have not done yet is horseback riding. So hopefully we can do that soon. I also used to love rollerblading back when I was in middle school and high school, so I thought maybe rollerblading would be fun. When Hannah and I first met over 3 years ago, her number one goal was confidence. And I was a little concerned about that because I struggled with confidence when I was her age. I feel like a lot of people do, but it was kind of like confidence. I'm not even confident. How do I teach someone how to be confident? So just listening to her talk about her day and showing her that I was interested in her day, and step by step, it helped morph her into this like beautiful butterfly that I don't even think she knew existed.
I feel like I can do the same thing for her, because like if she was ever in like that situation where like she wasn't feeling confident, I feel like that I can try to help her get through that and help her get more confident. And then like it can also help in the community as well, like between our match, like they can see like how our match is, and that can help towards other matches as well. I feel like some things that we have were like maybe to grow my confidence in a way is like doing art. Like I've grown a lot in being confident in my own art, and that also helped with me being confident in like my own style, and you've helped me a lot in that. Like I would talk to you about that and it would just grow my confidence, and I do express myself a lot more. I feel like us being matched has helped that a lot.
Obviously we focus on schoolwork and and faith, and we talk about faith a lot and her journey through that. And I think that all of those things, I think schoolwork and faith and trust and understanding, all of those stem from confidence in yourself. And so I think that basis of building that confidence and letting her know that who she is absolutely amazing kind of helped to lead into everything else that we do. I feel like I can defend her potential by showing her that who she is a beautiful person, that she can be confident in herself, be who she wants to be happy. A lot of kids don't think that they can be happy or be themselves. And so I feel like I defend Hannah's potential by just nurturing her to be who she is, to light her fire, and to just continue lighting up every single room that she walks into.
It was the best decision that I've ever made in my life, and it has made me come out of my shell, be more confident in myself, and you can make so many great memories and such a great relationship. So I feel like that anyone who wants to decide to be a little or consider, I think you should go ahead and do it.
If you're interested in being a big, pick up the phone and call. It's the easiest way to say it, and it sounds so simple, but it's going to be the easiest decision that you make. So pick up the phone, call Big Brothers Big Sisters, tell them that you're interested in the program, and they will lead you through step by step. And I guarantee you that you will be so happy that you did. I feel like meeting Hannah and spending time with Hannah was a puzzle piece from my life that was missing, that I did not know was missing until I met her. So I just challenge you all, if you've ever even considered about being a big, pick up the phone and call, and you will not regret it.
Wow. Thank you, Courtney and Hannah, for sharing your story with us. I'm so glad that our viewers tonight are able to really see what it means for someone like Hannah to have their potential defended. For those of you tuning in tonight, I just want to thank you for taking this time to learn about the heart behind these programs. It's one thing to know about the mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's another thing to see the impact firsthand while hearing from these matches. I'd like to remind you that all of the proceeds from tonight support the work of Big Brothers Big Sisters and matches like Courtney and Hannah. It allows the staff to continue to support matches like theirs while also creating more relationships that defend potential for kids in our communities. So keep bidding on your favorite baskets and utilize the donation option on your event center page. Before we turn it over to our next match, we're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors. Because of these sponsors, every dollar raised by you tonight goes directly to making these mentoring programs possible. When we return from our break, we'll meet another match that has some powerful things to share about their time together. But for now, a message from tonight's sponsor.
Hi, this is Dawn Butler from the Commercial and Savings Bank. A few years back, we had the opportunity to begin hosting the gala for Big Brothers Big Sisters. And it has been such a good partnership for us here at the bank. You know, the youth of our country, the youth of our county is so important in what we do every single day. I see it on the hiring end at my bank, but I raised my own family, I've got grandkids, and I can't think of a better way to spend your time or your energy than investing in our youth. So thank you, Big Brothers Big Sisters, for everything you do.
I'm Michelle Leeser.
And I'm Michelle DeCourcy. McInturf Realty is proud to sponsor Big Brothers Big Sisters.
We believe in these kids and are thankful to be a sponsor of their annual gala. Thanks for tuning in.
Hi, this is Chris and Emily Lane from your local Wendys.
Between raising 4 kids and employing a few hundred teenagers each year, we understand the significance of positive, consistent role models in the lives of our youth.
A few years ago, we teamed up with Big Brothers Big Sisters to help grow awareness for the need of increased mentor matches in our community.
We hope tonight you'll open your hearts
and your wallets
to make sure Big Brothers Big Sisters can continue defending the potential of our youth.
I'd like to say one last thank you to tonight's sponsors for making this evening possible. Now, we're going to hear from another incredible match. They've been matched a long time and are creating a legacy of mentoring. I'd like to introduce big brother Zack and little brother James.
I joined the program as a little, I think in elementary school. My mom was younger and single at the time, and she was kind of wanting me to have a male influence at the time. Kind of was getting in some trouble at school and whatnot, and I kind of needed that guidance at that time and to have somebody to kind of set an example for me. And luckily, I got matched initially with older gentlemen who we had a lot of good experiences with, and then I actually ended up having 2 different bigs and switched and had a senior from Strasbourg, Nick Weber, who I spent a lot of time with, and he was valedictorian at Strasbourg, and he played sports and stuff and was really a good influence on me, really helped me get through a rough time when I was younger. So when I turned 18 and I was a senior in high school, I knew how much of an impact it had on me as a kid and wanted to give back to the organization and kids in the area. So I signed up to be a big, and I mean, I think it was super beneficial for me as a little, but I didn't realize how much more beneficial I think it has been for me as a mentor. And I think I didn't really realize the impact and the change that James and his family would have on my life. And it's really just been a wonderful experience to see that transition of me going from little to big and then seeing him go from 6 years old to almost 18 now. So it's been a wonderful journey. We started when I was a senior in high school and had basically a year after we started, I had to go to college. So I was moving to Columbus. So I think probably the biggest obstacle for us has been just the distance. I haven't been in the same town as him pretty much for our whole match, except for the first year. So I was in Columbus in school and in college and then med school, and then now I'm in Pittsburgh in residency. So we've always been, for the majority of our match, 2 hours to an hour and a half apart. So that's been an obstacle, but I think we've overcome that pretty well with communication, either via phone, text, Facebook message, and then luckily the places that I left to go to were only 2 hours or less away, so I've been able to get home once or twice a month throughout the match, so it hasn't been a problem. But I would say that's probably the biggest obstacle, is just I can't really pick up and see him any night I want to because of the distance.
Having a big like Zack has been very influential in my life. Growing up, I didn't really have a father figure. I was raised by just my grandma until I was 12. My aunt came. So having that push to show me what a man should be like in life is been very inspiring, and I hope to strive to at least be a better man than how I've met others.
I think the most rewarding part of being a big is seeing the actual change that you can make. I've gone from him learning how to tie his shoes and swim as like a young boy to like shaving and learning how to drive cars as a man, and like him going from being the boy that is looking for guidance to being like the man of his house, and seeing the actual change and the change in his grades and behavior and how he treats and respects others, I think has really been the most rewarding thing for me.
One of the most important things he's taught me is how to tie my shoes.
And I've learned how to play laser tag.
I've learned how to swim in my very young years.
I've learned patience.
I've learned how to fish, which requires a lot of patience.
I've learned how to drive Need for Speed cars at the arcade, which he usually beats me at.
I've learned how to respect my parents and be a man of the house.
I've learned how to teach in a much more effective manner.
I've learned how to skate without falling all the time.
I've learned how to play air hockey.
I've learned how to stay organized and make sure all my grades are on track and not fail everything. I've learned how to talk to women and have one of the best relationships so far.
I've learned how to stay driven, motivated.
I've learned how to drive a nice vehicle.
And lastly, I've learned how to mentor. Actually, technically, I guess he'll be turning 18 soon. So in regards to the official Big Brothers Big Sisters match, it will be ending here in the next year. But the big thing for our match moving forward is that this isn't a match. He's now a part of my family. I don't consider him even like a big or a little. He's just my little brother. He'll always be a part of my family. I'll always be a part of his. It's not something that needs to have an official title or anything like that. And with him moving forward, he'll be finishing high school here. We were applying to colleges, applying for scholarships, doing all those things and moving forward. And I'll always be there to support him. He'll come to visit me, and hopefully we'll get to travel together at some point as well. So, I think just staying in this tight-knit family that we've already formed over the last 12 years and moving forward and making sure that he continues to do the things that keep his life on track and keep me grounded as well.
Other my goals, besides just keeping in contact with him and asking for help whenever I need it, like with my grades, or just calling to check in or spend time with him. Not really, just spending more time with him as a brother, and not really seeing it as the program says big and a little, as he previously stated. It seems more like we're a family instead of just maiden name. Whenever I turn 18, one of my main goals is to become a mentor in Big Brothers Big Sisters and have an impact on a child like Zack had an impact on me. Maybe someone who's in a similar living condition, similar life, doesn't have a father figure in their lives, become that influence that helps them become a man and, help them out. Whenever I get a vehicle, at least, I can't really do anything without a car.
Yeah. So complete another cycle from little to big. So I kind of have touched on this in previous interviews and things, but really I think the big push that I've had in the last five or so years is getting more mentors involved and trying to recruit more, both bigs and littles. I think that I would encourage anybody out there who's curious about being a mentor that it's not a huge time commitment, and it can make like a world of difference for kids in the community or teenagers. And I really hope that we can get more people involved and make that waiting list of people waiting for mentors shorter.
Now, that is what tonight is all about. Every dollar raised during the Un-Gala supports these mentoring relationships and changes lives. Just like James and Hannah, together we can help Big Brothers Big Sisters reach their goal of raising $40,000 from tonight's event. Keep bidding, make a donation, help us empower potential for our community. We have one last thing for you in this program, and I'm thrilled to be able to help kick off a new way to empower potential. Your donation has a huge impact on the lives of kids in our community, and there is now a way for you to be more connected to the mission than ever before. Now, on behalf of Big Brothers Big Sisters, I'd like to formally invite you to join their new monthly giving program, the Empowerment Society.
My name is Olivia Scally, and I work with Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. And this is Sarah. She is one of our littles. We talk about potential a lot in our office, and we believe there are 3 primary ways for our community to support the potential of kids like Sarah.
For example, I'm Bailey, Sarah's big. My job is to defend her potential, fighting to give her every chance to succeed in life.
Me and Bailey have been matched for 5 years now, and we love getting coffee and catching up. She's my defender.
And as a staff member, I help ignite Sarah's potential, making all the behind-the-scenes stuff work at the office so the organization can function and allowing Bailey and Sarah's match to thrive.
The last way to support is to empower my potential. Your financial support helps Big Brothers Big Sisters to do what they do best, make sure all youth reach their potential.
So we want to invite you to our monthly giving program, the Empowerment Society. Your monthly contribution will empower matches like Bailey and Sarah and connect you to our mission in a whole new way.
There are multiple membership levels, and for $35 a month, you can make a significant impact and get all kinds of fun benefits.
But the best benefit of all is knowing that your contribution is empowering relationships like I have with Sarah. Relationships like this make all the difference.
Complete benefits can be found on our website at bigsforkids.com/empowerpotential and include things like Big Brothers Big Sisters merch, so you can advocate anywhere you go. Other benefits include an exclusive newsletter, VIP access to our gala and auction, complimentary access to our annual celebration of potential, and more. Check out our website to see what level is best for you.
Also, when you sign up, you get a fun welcome kit for your pledge.
The welcome kit will give you the rundown on Big Brothers Big Sisters, an overview of opportunities throughout the year, a match card that connects you with one of our local matches, and some other fun goodies.
We are so thankful for those of you that are already supporting our mission, and we're excited to really thank you in a new way through this new monthly program.
Joining the Empowerment Society is a monthly commitment that comes with life-changing benefits.
For the cost of a couple cups of coffee, you can change the lives of children in Tuscarawas and Carroll County. And let me tell you, investing in a child like me will make you feel so much better than the latest Netflix binge, and your investment will last a lifetime.
If you can't commit to $35 a month, benefits start at just $10 a month. However, every amount helps. This program is about sustaining our matches through donors like you, making consistent contributions, regardless of the amount. Decide what is comfortable for you and start empowering potential today.
Will you join the Empowerment Society and support a match like mine?
Hi everyone, my name is Heather Campbell, and I'm excited to be able to share about the Empowerment Society with you. This program is an excellent way to support the work that our local Big Brothers Big Sisters is doing in our community. My husband Matt and I are proud to be the first members to officially make the pledge to empower potential through this program. I am confident that our investment in this organization makes a difference. I've seen firsthand the impact that a positive and strong mentor has on a child. Watching the confidence grow in these children as they develop their relationships with their bigs is evidence that mentoring works. Mentoring is worth investing in, and this monthly giving program is a great way to sustainably support the organization and connect with the mission of defending potential. The mentoring programs offered by Big Brothers Big Sisters impact all of us. The children served in these programs are the future of our community. Ensuring these kids have strong role models to stand in their corner and help them reach their full potential means that our communities are in good hands. It is our responsibility to help build this future, and your commitment to potential can literally change lives. I would like to challenge you to join my husband and I as a member of the Empowerment Society. Any commitment helps, whether you join at $10 a month or $100 a month. There is power and pride that comes with knowing that your contribution is investing in life-changing relationships. As a member, your connection to the mission helps you feel your impact even more. You'll hear real stories about real matches in your local community and get to connect with others that have the same heart for empowering potential. To make your pledge today, you can visit bigs4kids.com/empowerpotential, text pledge to 330-295-2801 to get started. Make a lasting investment in potential by making your pledge today.
Thank you, Heather, for your commitment to empowering potential in our community. I'd like to challenge all of you watching to take this call to action seriously. You've seen the ways that Big Brothers Big Sisters is impacting our community. They are defending potential for kids that are the future of our area. Together, we can fight to make sure they have had the best shot at life. We can help Big Brothers and Big Sisters make the right match and put the right person in the corner of children that will lead our local businesses, schools, communities, and organizations. Committing to a monthly gift will sustainably support these matches so that each child served in these programs will have someone to encourage, challenge, and advocate for them. Remember, bidding closes at 9 p.m. this evening, and every dollar raised makes a difference and invests in potential. To close us out, I'd like to turn it over to the local leaders of this incredible organization. It was an honor to host this evening and share the mission of Big Brothers Big Sisters with all of you, and we look forward to seeing you for the 2021 Gala next November, live and in person.
Hi everyone, Olivia Scally from Big Brothers Big Sisters here. I'm with our President and CEO, Beverly Pierce, and we're going to wrap things up for the program this evening. I first just want to say a huge thank you to Jan McInturf. He did a great job hosting our event this evening, and we're so thankful for his support. Also, one last shout out to our incredible sponsors. Thank you to the Commercial and Savings Bank, McInturf Realty, and Wendys for your continued support of this event.
We also want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. Without you, this would just be a fun video we get to make. Having all of our supporters, volunteers, and advocates out there tuning in and sharing this message with friends and family is what makes the event a success.
We just want to remind everyone that bidding is open until 9 p.m. tonight, Thursday, November 19th. Every dollar raised from this auction goes directly to support our mission.
This has been an unusual year, but despite the obstacles thrown our way, we are committed to defending potential. In 2019, our agency served a record-breaking 400 children. When the pandemic hit our area, we had to get creative fast to continue delivering services and ensure that we were keeping kids connected. Our staff assembled care packages and spoke with every single one of our families to determine what resources or support they needed. We were met with requests for school supplies, activities for their kids while isolated at home, food, cleaning supplies, masks, gas cards, and more. It was an honor to be able to support these families by providing the things they needed. Each week, our staff loaded up their vehicles and set out on their routes to ensure every single family in our programs received a package.
The reality is that COVID-19 has affected all of us, but not equally. More than ever, this organization is a vital resource for our community. Even in the best of times, our littles are facing adversity at a higher rate than the average young person in America. However, our programs have proven outcomes that build resiliency in these kids. Our programs are 100% free to the families we serve throughout Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties.
This is where your donations are going tonight. Every bid on a basket, each donation made, and all the pledges committed tonight empower potential for these kids. Having someone in their corner to guide them and encourage them is essential as they face uncertainty ahead.
As we close things out, I just want to encourage all of you to join us on this mission. Your donation tonight will empower potential for kids in our community. As a staff member and a big, I've been touched by the growth I've seen in these kids that have strong relationships with their mentors. Our mentoring specialists are excellent at their jobs. They work diligently to learn the needs of each child and their family. They take special care to find a big that fits those needs, and then they invest their time and resources into cultivating a strong relationship between the big, their little, and the little's family. Each little learns to lean into the support and encouragement from their big as they face obstacles and grow into adults.
I have been privileged to be a mentor in our school-based program for the last 5 years, and I remember the first day that I met my little. I went to his classroom and asked to have him released, and his teacher came up and said, "You know that Thomas doesn't talk to people, correct?" And at that point, I did not realize that. So it was an interesting start of a relationship bonding with a kid that really doesn't like to talk with others. So our entire first year was based on doing activities where I could form questions into a yes or no answer for Thomas. It took a year before he finally began to open up to me and talk with me and realized that our relationship was meaningful. Throughout our match, Thomas has moved multiple times, and every time that he has moved, I have went with him and been able to continue to mentor him in the school where he was currently going. One of the last times that I met with Thomas, he was facing this obstacle again. When I asked him how he was feeling about another move, he looked at me and said that it was going to be okay because he knew that I would follow him wherever he went.
Kids like Thomas are exactly why we do what we do. We hope you've learned about our organization today and feel like your donation and investment in our mission is making a difference. Your contribution empowers potential, and we couldn't be more thankful that you've chosen to build this future generation with us.
As we close, there's a story that means a lot to me that I've shared before. However, I think it accurately captures the heart behind our mission. I'd like to share the starfish story with you now to keep us focused on the impact we can have. Once upon a time, there was an old man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. He had a habit of walking on the beach every morning before he began his work. Early one morning, he was walking along the shore after a big storm had passed and found the vast beach littered with starfish as far as the eye could see, stretching in both directions. Off in the distance, the old man noticed a small boy approaching. As the boy walked, he paused ever so often as he grew closer. The man could see that he was occasionally bending down to pick up an object and throw it into the sea. The boy came closer still, and the man called out, "Good morning. May I ask what it is that you are doing?" The young boy paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide has washed them up onto the beach, and they can't return to the sea by themselves," the youth replied. "When the sun gets high, they will die unless I throw them back into the water." The old man replied, "But there must be tens of thousands of starfish on this beach. I'm afraid you won't really be able to make much of a difference." The boy bent down, picked up yet another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. Then he turned, smiled, and said, "It made a difference to that one."
Thank you for joining us this evening. Enjoy the rest of your bidding, and we look forward to seeing you next year.